What's going on, guys? Gabriel here, and long time no see. So we're in the old garage, if you guys remember. Remember, I moved into an apartment, so I no longer have a garage, which sucks, but it is what it is. And I'm wearing my glasses. I never really wear my glasses, but lately I've been confident wearing my glasses. I don't know why. I guess I prefer vision. Anyway, so today we're gonna be doing a couple of things, but this video today is gonna be focused on installing speakers on my friend's Tundra. So essentially, they got my homie Lamb, you know, Lamb with the STI. He's got this 05 Tundra, his daily truck, and he installed a radio a while back, and he never installed the speakers that came with the pack. So I'm gonna go ahead and I went ahead and offered to do the favor for him in exchange for something amazing, which will be on the channel soon. So watch out for that, because that's a good surprise. But anyway, so I went ahead and offered to do this job for him. Basically, he needs to install this 4 speakers. One of the speakers in his truck is blown supposedly. And also the mic for the head unit, because it's Bluetooth and all that, but he never installed the microphone. So I'm gonna try to find a clean way to install that. But yeah, I went ahead and knocked out the passenger side, so I'm gonna be working on the driver's side. Honestly, guys, this is the easiest swap in speakers that I've ever done. So here's the truck. So it's just a standard 05 Tundra Access cab. So yeah, we're basically just replacing the door speakers here and here. And yeah, I already did that side. Again, like you can kind of see the little shiny thing, and there's the old speakers. So what I ended up picking up, I ordered from Crutchfield. I really like Crutchfield because they never really steer me wrong. Unfortunately, they steered me wrong for this one. You don't need these adapters. I only thought I needed adapters because on previous cars, like the whole metal frame is built into the car design, but this has plastic frames, and then this sit on there, and the new speakers fit in there perfectly. These are the old ones, so these are from like 05. These are just regular 20 watt. We upgraded to, I think, 200 watt speakers. I don't know how many ohms, but I'm gonna imagine at 4 ohms. I'm not a speaker guy, so you know. And you can see these were the ones that were in the driver's side because they're sun faded and everything. So they don't really seem bad, but he said one of them was blown. So I picked up these adapters. You don't need them, but essentially what these adapters do, without cutting or anything or drilling or whatever, you basically just sit this in there and then screw them down, which is great. I also picked up basically just these adapters, these little speaker adapters. These basically, that way you don't have to cut and all that stuff, and you just plug in. But I had to cut anyway to remove these speakers, but it's not a problem because then you just use these, and you'll see in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and install that side. I wanted to knock out this side to just get an idea of what I was gonna do, and honestly, it came out awesome. It was super easy, and I'm really excited. Anybody can do this. You only really need either a trim removal tool or a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and a Phillips screwdriver, and some wire cutters, and that's it. Like, if you get this stuff that I have, otherwise you need to solder wires in, and honestly, this is so much easier. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I'm just gonna set up for like time lapse to show you yeah, you'll see. So I'm just gonna set it up, everything, and then we'll get to the other side. Okay, so to remove this panel, super easy. Literally, this panel is this screwdriver, and there's a screwdriver right here, and that's it. Through here. Now this, you gotta remove. This you kind of just like pull forward and a little bit. You gotta be careful, just because this plastic base is super sensitive anyway. There we go. That's it. Literally just pops on. Like here, just like basically just pops in and screws in, and that's it. So that's cool, that's good. All you gotta do is get it from like one angle. Like I start here at the top, I literally just, that's it. And then you just work your way around to take it off. And that's it. See, super simple, super easy. And then there you go. So here's the speaker. Okay, so here's the speaker. 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, that's it. Now this is like kind of like glued in so you're just gonna kind of like, I get a flathead and then just kind of like wedge it. Boom, that's it. So now this is soldered in, and because we're not gonna use that connection anymore, I literally just cut it. And then that's it. And because it's not a live wire, I'm not worried about like trying to tape this up, because you literally just unplug it here. No more power to that. And we're gonna use the adapter here, so. So these are Toyota specific. I'm actually really glad I got these. I wasn't going to at first, but Lamb said he didn't want any cut wires. And unfortunately these had to be cut. Otherwise, boom, that's it. You just plug and play. So I noticed like this one was coming off the glue like a little bit here in this area. So doesn't seem to be blown, but they just don't sound crisp. Obviously those are paper. These are like plastic and they have the tweeter. These are two-way speakers. These say 200 watts max, 25 watts, 4 ohms. So yeah, these just sound way crisper. I already heard it on the other side and these just sound better. So because these are like really easy to install, you basically just grab the little adapters and you plug them into the right side. Like there's one big side and one little side. So this is the little side. We're just gonna plug that in. It's just a little tight, but you just wiggle it on and boom. And the next one, boom, and that's it. And it's got this little wire holder. If you want to, you could just put the wires here so they're not like flapping around. And then what I like to do is I like to try to put this facing up as much as possible, but it's not gonna be up. So I think like that would be fine. You grab the old screws and you just kind of start them with your hand. And they fit a little offset kind of, but they still fit regardless. You can grab the ones that come with the speakers or the adapters that have washers. You can grab the one with the speakers that have washers to kind of hold it even better, but this is sufficient enough, honestly. And that's it. Now, you can, if you wanted to, cut a little slit here to let the wire sit like more flush. I think it's fine. There's not much opening. It's good. It sounds good, and I'm happy with that. And that's it. Okay, now to put this panel back on, again, super easy. You literally just make sure all the clips, let's see, all the clips are on the door. Okay, all the clips are on the door. You literally just set it where it needs to go. And then you just feed it in place. And it'll just pop in. Boom. Then you just grab your screws here, slide this in. Put this side in first and then the back side, that's it. And then just screw it back in. Done. And then you grab the other screw. That's it. And the back side is done. So that was super easy. The rears, very, very easy. 2 screws, this little trim piece, and then it pops out. So easy. So I'm really happy Toyota. This is why I love Toyota. The front, Might be a little bit harder. Okay, so for this door, there's a little bit more hidden screws that you're gonna look for. Guys, don't flame me in the comments for using a metal screwdriver. I asked my friend if he was okay if there was maybe just a little couple scratches and stuff like that, which there will be if you're using a metal screwdriver. If you have a plastic trim tool to take off trim, awesome, use that. If not, I really apologize. And all you guys, hopefully it doesn't really make you guys upset. But basically, I'm gonna show you the location. There's this little trim piece here, you pop these up, and there's 2 screws there. There's a screw there. You pop this trim here, this little trim piece, there's 2 screws. The only thing is here, there's special like, I don't even know what they're called. They're like, there's Torx. But I just use a screwdriver, and it's like there's no pressure, so you could take it off easily. Just one that fits in there enough to like turn it and break it loose. And then after you take that off, we'll show you from there. What I usually do is you just pop off this piece and then let it kind of hang, and there's like connections for this, and then that's it. So I'm gonna show you guys taking it off. So you have these here. Like I said, they're kind of Torx, but this screwdriver fits it perfectly in the head that it can move, and there's not a lot of pressure, so you should be able to take it off easily. That's it. Okay, so now this has a hook kind of inside, so you're gonna want to kind of pop it this way, and it comes out. So just a little bit easier. Oh, actually this one's broken, so usually it has this little hook thing that it goes in here in this little groove, and you just like hook it and then pop it, and so you do a reverse pop and then unhook. But this is broken, so not my fault, it was already like that. Okay, so then you literally just kind of pull. I like to pull here or here. You just pull it and then up, and that's it. And then, like I said, there's some connectors, one there and then one right there for the switch. So you just remove those 3 connections. Okay, so similar to the back, like literally exactly the same. You just unscrew it. No. The wire. Boom. You can do it after. Flip. And then you plug it in. You can add some silicone grease if you have it here, just to make it slightly easier, and also to water the connection. I don't find it necessary, but if you want to. Plus 90. Boom. Then you just screw it in place. And it looks a lot better. Like, it looks a lot nicer. So as far as the panel goes, again, you just do everything in reverse. You plug in everything, put it on the door. Make sure I start at the top to make sure this hooks, and then fix it. Might take a little bit just to make sure you're getting the panel on top. Put the part at that edge, and then kind of work away. The whole thing up here, and here, and that's it. And then you just put everything back in. And you see all the plastic stack. There's only one version on, so 5 meters. Congrats! You just installed speakers on your Tundra. That was super easy. That's like the easiest that I've ever done. surprisingly. It's crazy. So that's that. Now I'm gonna move on to installing this microphone that he wants me to install. So that involves me messing around with the head unit, with the back of the head unit. So I'm gonna do that and then mount it somewhere. We'll see. Actually, we kind of forgot one of the most important things, making sure it works. So you can do that when the panels are off, just to make sure that you didn't mess up. But I mean, honestly, I'm so confident that this works, I'm not even worried about it. So the speakers sound great, they sound clear, they sound good, but what my friend really kind of wanted was deep bass. I already suggested that he get a subwoofer, so that way it'll kind of balance it out. He has one in his STI, so not a big deal. Otherwise, it sounds super clean, super crisp, way better than the old speakers for sure. Especially if you have an older car, the speakers in them are like paper and they're just generic little cheap ones. If you upgrade your head unit, upgrade the speakers, there's a lot more sound stuff you can do. I'm not a sound guy anymore. I used to dabble in that a long time ago, but I'm not like efficient in it anymore, and technology has probably changed a lot. So yeah, I mean, otherwise speakers are great. Let's move on to the mic for real this time. Okay, so to remove the radio, 1, 2, 3 screws, and then there's some kind of like in here. So hopefully, yeah, that's enough. There we go. And then I guess I gotta take this out, but I need to get a 10 millimeter. Okay, so that's out. He had this done somewhere else. I personally would not have used these, but that's just me. All right, so simple enough. You literally just, there's literally a spot here for the mic, and you literally just, it says mic and then WR. So obviously we need to put it in the mic, and then I'm just gonna hide the wires. I'll probably just kind of snake them through here underneath, so then that way it's like really clean. Like it'll go in here and then snake through there. So my camera's dying. I'm gonna go ahead and just do this off camera, put it all back together. You just put it back in reverse order and show you guys how it came out. All right, so here's where I put the mic. These wires keep popping up because there's not really a, this doesn't really like, that area doesn't really sit flush, so the wire is gonna keep popping up, but I think it's a good location to have it in. Otherwise, I mean, like, you know, it's pretty good. It's in a good location, so if he's talking, you know, it's speaking directly from his mouth, like people can hear him, and then just, you know, everything's back to normal. So that's gonna be it for this video, you guys. Super easy to install the speakers. You can definitely do it yourself. All you need is a screwdriver, a trim tool, and some wire cutters, and that's it, and the proper adapters. Otherwise you need a solder, which is a little bit more of a process, but it's not that hard. So with that being said, if you guys haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. It helps the channel, it helps me think about more content, and it just helps me grow, and that's everybody's plan, is to grow. So with that being said, thank you guys again, and you guys have a good one.